Population that certainly is expected to have a huge impact on this election is the Latinx population. And so joining us now to talk about the importance of the Latinx vote is the president of the Las Vegas Latin Chamber of Commerce, Peter Guzman. Peter, how are you? Good to see you.
Todd, always good to see you, and outstanding coverage tonight so far.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's going to be a long night, and we appreciate your time for sure. The Latino vote, obviously we know it's about 30% roughly of the population here in Clark County, but you know, it's not a monolith. We've seen a big difference between, say, Cuban Americans and Puerto Ricans. And so how do you see this playing out among the Latin vote here in Nevada?
Well, certainly what I'm most encouraged about is the numbers. I mean, the fact that the numbers are as high as they are, that gives me great hope that people are taking voting very serious, and the message that we certainly send out, which is your vote does count, your voice counts, is resonating. And you know, Latinos are like everybody else. It's not that much difference. I mean, they're going to vote with who they think their best interest is going to be taken care of. I mean, you know, entrepreneurs are going to vote probably one way, and others will vote another way, but at the end of the day, I think the message of how important it is to vote has gotten out.
You know, I'm curious with the coronavirus, as we know, it has affected a proportionate number of Latinos. And so for Latino business owners who you come in contact with all the time, you know, how do they view the coronavirus, impact that on their business, their future business, and how is that impacting how they might vote?
Listen, again, Latinos understand that COVID is a big problem. COVID has affected their businesses. They don't see people coming to their stores as much, coming into their offices as much. So COVID is a big deal. And I'm sure that COVID is also having a big weight on this election and how they vote. And there's no question that Latinos were hit by this COVID in record numbers. And that upsets me, as you know, as you can imagine. But I think at the end of the day, they understand that this is affecting business. This is affecting work. You know, this is affecting their neighbors out of work right now. So yes, COVID is going to play very heavy into this.
Do you think when this night is all said and done, we look back at these votes and we're going to look at the Latin population here in Clark County, like again, it said about 30% of the overall population, we're going to say this is the group of voters right here who put Biden or President Trump over the edge?
Oh, there's no question about it. Latinos are playing heavy into this election, this current election that we're sitting through. And I think that is the way the future is going to hold, because I think younger generations are really explaining to their parents and their grandparents that voting really does matter in this country. They may have come from countries where voting is a bunch of shams, but not in America. And their vote counts, and their vote is their voice.
Peter Guzman, the president of the Latin Chamber of Commerce, always good speaking with you. I appreciate your time tonight.
Always good to speak with you, Todd.
All right, be well, Peter.